One thing I just wanted to mention before we get started is this is a race that my dad really wanted me to do since I got back into karting 6 years ago. A place he loved and had a lot of memories at. Um, his other track, Whippy Kartways, that he went to and was a director at, is no longer. So this is the one he's like, oh, I raced here, so you can race here too. So he thought it was pretty cool. Unfortunately, he passed in 2022 before I could get the win for him. But yeah, he never actually got to see me race here. Just, it was one thing or another, medical reasons and things like that. So um, yeah, shame he didn't get to see it, but he was with me, in my thoughts through that race, especially the final lap and the cool down lap. Yeah, he's all I could think about, and yeah, I just want to thank him for getting me into the sport. This has been a phenomenal journey, and yeah, as much as it hurts my bank account every week, I curse him for that, but what I get out of it is well worth the money, and wouldn't change it for the world. So, yeah, love you, Dad. Thank you for the opportunities when I was little to try this, and then thank you for the motivation to get back into this with, the struggles that I would have gone through with my height and stuff like that. You did warn me it would be extremely difficult, but you and Lon um, gave me motivation to do it. So thank you very much, and yeah, and thank you to my entire team. And through the years, like everyone's been so supportive. So yeah, thank you guys very much. Alright, here we are for the final of Kartstars Nationals 2025 Bricks Masters class. This was the Saturday class, and unfortunately I don't get any of the Sunday racing recorded. I took part in the Kartstars senior class. I was 12 pounds overweight in the morning, and then by the end we're, I think, only 8 or 9, just sweating out weight, I guess, or I don't know. But yeah, didn't get any of that recorded. It was a very successful day. We were in the top 5 all day and finished third, so that was pretty cool out of 46 carts. So we'll see how we do in this one. Thinking Kartstar Senior wasn't going to go well, so I was putting a lot of effort into this day to make sure it went well. Starting fourth, a little scary with that penalty, but we're going to come around here to take the green and hopefully survive. This is our second restart here. The first one was a little early, I think. The leader went, and then yeah, we got waved around. So we'll see if we get the green here. I got Zach in front of me and try and push up to hopefully take the lead or be up there because he's a good one to work with. And then I have Dave behind me, which is always very good. So I'm in good shape to hopefully survive. We have Kevin on our inside who gives us enough room. We get through. And we have Alex and Zach now in front of us. We're going to try and just slot in behind one of them, depending who gets the lead there, or in front of each other. And it's going to be Alex in front of Zach. And at this point, I'm like, okay, we survived. Now we just got to settle in, and hopefully the leaders don't get away from us, as they do have a little gap right now, but that'll disappear quick. And I make a move on Zach here. That corner has been just amazing for this kart all weekend, so yeah, very confident to make moves there, and very smooth pass. Didn't lose much time at all. But we are a little spread out right now, so we have to make sure none of our passes are too slow, or the front two are just going to be gone. So, got to be very smart when I pass Alex here, as yeah, we could just hand the race to these two guys very easily, even though it is only lap 3 of 12. It could take us a while to get back up there if we mess up. So yeah, I got to be smart about this. I either push them or I make a move that I'm comfortable, and here I go into my usual corner, and I get the move done. Moving into third place, just behind Ryan here. He's going to tap his helmet. I'm going to give him a push, as I don't need to pass everyone right away. It is a longer race, so I do have some time. And you see there that there is a train behind us, so we have to be smart as well. The train could decide to leave us in the dust as well and pass us on the straight, so definitely have to be smart. Definitely always have to be moving forward, or at least never, allowing them to get the opportunity to pass you easily at least. See Alex looking a little bit on the inside there, but wasn't quite there. I think he was just trying to try a different line through there to see if he can close the gap. And as you see, I'm going to go for a move on Ryan here. He's very generous about it. I do late break him, but he's also could have fought that a lot harder than he did. So thank you, Ryan, for not making that too difficult. It was an ambitious one from me, but yeah, I was committed. So now we're going to set off after Dalton. One cart alone at the front's fairly hard to, or fairly easy to catch at this track. So I wasn't too worried, and even before we even get to the straight, we're going to close up on them on my favorite corner of the day in this cart. And then get a little loose there for some reason, I'm not too sure why. But it gives us a good gap to get a good run on them, and we're going to storm past them with the help of Ryan down the straight, and we're going to take the lead with Ryan behind us, and Dalton does slot into third, which was good for him because that first to, getting trained down the straight could lead to being in 6th or 7th or 8th real quick. So good on him to slot in. And I got a little gap now, but that's surely not going to last. And I'm taking just the normal racing line at this point because I do know I have a little gap, but the straightaway I got to make the decision, do I defend, do I stay high? And this early in the race I decided, you know what, I'm going to go high. I watched the senior races earlier and they were just hugging the inside the entire race. Can't blame them, as none of them were willing to push each other down the straight, so they were just passing. And so they got to the point where they're just hugging that line. I didn't make the racing very fun, unfortunately, but yeah, it was just a different kind of ball game. And as you can see here, I get a little gap through the tight stuff, but they're going to close it up here for the straightaway again, no doubt. There's nothing I can do about that. And I'm just hoping Ryan pushes me for another lap here, as I do look back to see. Not that there's anything I can do about it, because I've already made my decision to be up against the wall. But yeah, I can make one move, but this early I'm not going to start being that aggressive. And as you see, I got my little gap again. Seems like they're also doing that further back, so they're just kind of spreading out a little bit through the tight stuff, which is helping me just keep this gap and have a little breathing room to take the normal racing line. Because if they were right on my bumper pushing me through each corner, I'd feel more obligated to defend, as it just becomes a little more stressful. And at this point I do decide, okay, it's time to start hugging the line a little bit. I leave half cart, so if someone really wanted to throw it into the grass, they could have. But I had someone try that in Kartstars Senior, and then didn't fare well for them, and then apparently that was my fault. So don't try and pass in the grass and expect good results. I'm not going to roll over for you. So, but as you saw there, they got onto my outside and got bunched up, and that resulted in, I think, them slowing Ryan down a little bit and Dalton. So I got a big old gap now, and they're not together to push each other, so I'm actually able to maintain and actually maybe stretch out this gap a little tiny bit through the end of that lap. The straightaways, I'm going to lose it a little bit, but they're not together, so I'm not gonna lose too much yet. It does gain a little bit with that draft. So now we're just trying to hit our marks, make sure we don't make any mistakes, and just hope they don't get to me by the checkered flag, as I'd rather not defend the whole lap and race them hard for the win, as fun as it is. the national event, I'd rather just win the damn thing. So, yeah, as much as I do love racing, racing people wheel to wheel, it's not something I wanted at this point. But as you can see, they're together, getting together now, so I'm going to be a little screwed down the straight. So I'm tucking my legs, tucking my arms, and just trying my best. No mistakes. I think I was even maybe a tad more tentative going into turn 1, just to make sure I didn't lose the rear or anything like that, just to, you know, didn't give them an opportunity to get right to my bumper. If I lose like a half a tenth or a tenth there, that's probably okay. For the rest of this track, though, it's pretty straightforward, and it'd be hard for me to make a mistake with how well this kart was working. So, yeah, I was pretty confident. Just turn 1 where you actually have to use the brakes or lift, and yeah, because it gets really dirty too. So you just got to hope the best there's no dirt, and yeah, you're not going to slide. So coming to the last lap here, I do one look and I see there's a big gap still. So I'm just gonna keep hitting my racing line, no defending, and just hope I have enough of a gap at the end to maintain the lead on the straight. But I know they are pushing hard, and they will get to me probably by the end of this lap. So it was still a very, very stressful lap. So we're going to come around here, second last corner, still have a good gap. And I take one look, and I see the gap, and I feel like, okay, I think I got this, but I'm still going to tuck, and I'm going to take the win for the Nationals. Finally, got my bear. It's been 5 years of trying, and you can see I tried a little drifter in turn 1, not going to work well on brakes, but I was so happy. Big thanks to all my competitors for racing me great all day, and they were fast and made it fun, so that was awesome. Big thanks to Lawn Herder Karts and Parts for the great kart engine, Coyote Karts for the great kart, and Precision for helping me set this Coyote up to the point where it's just as good as my Awesome. Thank you so much. And big thanks to Eric Boss, who helps me get to all these races and have the energy to do them with all his help and motivation and support. So thanks to him. And big thanks to my wife and kid for letting me come out and do this weekend after weekend, year after year. It's awesome. So I'm going to leave you guys with the audio here, and then I'll come back with you in a little bit. Thank you.
Well done, guys.
You're okay.
Got up the dealing. You should have pushed that yet.
I did. Until the last corner.
Good job, man.
Oh, that was wicked.
Guys, grab your trophy and just meet in the middle. Cody will take a picture.
Alright, so some great sportsmanship shown here. Unfortunately, as they say in motorsports, there's only one winner. But the top three, all pretty happy with their performance here. Again, a great run, not only by these three, but by the top 10. Some good, hard, clean racing, which is nice to see.
Get in close, guys.
Alright, down here. Your Briggs Masters podium. Again, 28 strong, one of the biggest Briggs Masters fields of the year. Great to see. Thank everyone for coming out.
Over there?
Yeah, I'll take that stuff. You and Brutski jump in. Brutski, I'll take your trophy. I'll get on the podium. So you guys can jump in and drive back.
I was getting muscle, my hand was going numb the whole freaking time.
Yeah, that last lap I probably should have passed because you were holding me up, but I was like, let's just go.
Take a couple minutes here with Jason Rothman, your 2025 Kartstars Canada National Briggs Masters champion. So that was 10 cars nose to tail for at least 80% of the race. Then at the end there was some battling. You managed to get like a 7-car lead, and we thought they were going to chase you down, but you put in some perfect laps and managed to get the job done. Did you think it was going to go that way? Honestly, no, I thought it was going to be a battle right at the end. You were also fast. You know, especially here at Sandoval, I can't tell you how many times we've seen the driver who's the fastest. So I'm just a bit short. Tell me what you want to think. this one. And look to Cody for a second there.
Let's go, boys!
And again, guys, this is just sort of the unofficial, if you will, as they cross the line. Through the podium for real. Remember, there's still the potential for penalties being called and things go wrong in tech. So all this is unofficial live as they cross the line. But congratulations one more time to Jason Rothman.
No love. Thanks for the awesome event, Dan. I appreciate it. Year after year. I'll be here at 12:40, I think.
Then we have to have, what do they call it after that? After Masters, Legends.
Yeah.
So now the stressful part of the interview is done. Got to get back in the cart and take my lap back to the pits. Tried to get my gloves back on, but they were way too sweaty and they were not going on very easy, so I'll have to do without them, but try to put those gloves back on if you can. It's still not the safest thing in the world to do. But yeah, so extremely happy. Just thinking about my dad on this cool down lap, and just yeah, it's quite surreal that finally got this done. You know, went into the sport just wanting to maybe get a podium one day and just have some fun, and you know, show that I can get the kart around at least a little bit with my size. But you know, here we are winning biggest race of the year for Kartstars, so you know, it's pretty cool. That goalpost keeps moving, but you know, that's racing. So we're gonna keep chasing it. The next goalpost, I guess, now is Grand Nationals, or just a win in the States would be nice. We were top 10, well, top 10 once, and then close to the top 10 for Spring Nationals. So yeah, it's not far off. We just got to nail qualifying a little bit better, and maybe find a few partners to help with that, to get a better draft in the race, things like that. So yeah, we'll keep chasing that as long as I can afford it and the time's there, and you know, we'll see what next year brings. But happy to finally get this done, and you know, for whatever reason I can't race next year, it's done. So yeah, see me give another congrats to Ryan there. Great guy to race with, and on and off the track, he's just super great guy. And then you see me getting a hug from Dave, which meant a lot to me. Dave has been a huge part of my motivation, and you know, kind of gave me a goal to chase in terms of doing what he does, coaching, helping other drivers, and being looked up, you know, people looking up to him as a knowledgeable guy, and you know, a good person in the sport. So big thanks to him. You know, he keeps my head in the game, that's for sure, as well as Eric, who's gonna come up after lifting Ryan's heavy cart. Way too much lead on that thing for me to lift if I don't have to. So yeah, get my hug in with Eric here, who, you know, has been helping me, I don't know how many years now, but he's been there for all the big races for the most part when he can, and he has his own racing to do too. So yeah, thank you guys very much, and I'll catch you guys on the next one.